Can We Talk podcast, episode 63. If you are watching us on YouTube, you might see that we're in a very, very, very different place. We're not in the studio, our love studio. We're in San Antonio, Texas. I just got done recording with the If These Mics Can Talk. If This Mic Can Talk. Really nice studio. I'm out here in San Antonio. Had a great time. Vibe was there. Had a couple other guests as well. Just to, embarrass myself a little bit. Didn't have the best speech pattern, but it was really fun. Wanted to record out here as well. And I do have a special guest in the building. Not my building, I guess. Right? The building, right?
It's your building for the day.
It's my building for the day. I have Ashley Ladd. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm great.
Nervous?
You don't tell the people that.
Yeah, you got to ask.
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. It is my first podcast, so y'all bear with me.
Hey, it's lit. So you but you previously lived in Austin, Pflugerville area before moving here?
That's correct.
What made you want to move to San Antonio?
So nothing really made me want to move. It was just something that was spontaneous. So one of my friends, she was a regional manager at the company that I'm working for right now, which I am in property management. Don't do it. And she was just like, hey, I need a manager. And, I really do a good job. She told everyone about me. I didn't even have to interview.
Oh, wow.
And she had found me an apartment and I just moved, and there was nothing holding me back in Austin. I've been there long enough. So why not explore a new city?
Same. What's your experience been here so far? You said you moved here in February of last year?
Yes. So February of 21, week before my birthday, Pisces gang. And it's definitely different. It is a bigger city. So just the things that just come with bigger cities, more traffic, but the traffic is definitely better
here
than Austin.
Really?
Yes. Because you have bigger lanes.
Okay.
And so you can swerve in and out. If you get a ticket, it is not my fault. Full disclaimer. Because they don't play around out here. And definitely not too many, too many black people out here, of course. It's San Antonio. But the people that I have met, they have been pretty cool. And, you got all types of different people as well as you have in any other city. I am ready to move again.
Back to Austin or somewhere else?
Probably not back to Austin. I really don't want to move back to Austin. I mean, if I do get a job that is paying me more or something like that, because I am kind of looking. And so we'll probably touch back on that later.
Possibly like staying in Texas or something where you'd want to.
I'll probably stay in Texas a little bit more, but eventually my resting home, I'm thinking about Colorado.
Okay.
I was born in Colorado Springs. I didn't grow up there, so I can't tell you how it is, but I have been back a few times, and it does feel like home. So eventually I'll probably move out there. But yeah, it's just been different. I do miss having lakes. There's really no bodies of water here.
I never thought about that.
So that is kind of a killer, but they do have cute little hiking trails and stuff. San Antonio is more of like a family and military town. So there's much to do, but you definitely have to have an open mind about it. Sure. It's not as easy as Austin, but I still would not move back.
Have you been back to Austin since you moved?
Oh, plenty of times.
Okay.
It was a point in time I was going back every weekend because, for one, just not knowing anybody.
Yeah.
And so I did have to learn, as moving from my hometown, you do have to put yourself out there if you want to get out.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward going out by yourself sometimes.
And it's not a far drive. That's one of the main reasons I decided to come out here for the weekend, just because it's an hour, if that, really, on traffic. And what about food? Is there anywhere that you've discovered here that's not back in Austin that you're just like, oh yeah?
I feel like I haven't discovered as much as I should. I would say my favorite Mexican or Tex-Mex restaurant is Mamacita's, so y'all should definitely check that out.
Is that where we went?
It's off of 410, either 410 or 10. I'm still learning the highways. Um, it's real good. It's a cute atmosphere. And everything is it's just real good in there. On the ceiling, they have like stars,
Oh,
and then
cool.
they have like a little robot
Oh, that
that
delivers the
like
food.
dances and
Oh,
stuff.
just
No,
dances.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like they have little balconies. It kind of looks like you're in Mexico.
Okay.
So it's a real cute vibe in there. As far as favorite brunch spots, I have to say Tony G's.
I've heard. I think I saw that.
Yes,
Well,
it's a
it's nowhere
soul
near here,
food
right?
like buffet.
Oh
So
shit.
like on one side they'll have your breakfast stuff, like whatever they have, maybe, chicken and waffles, of course your eggs, bacon. And then on the other side, it just depends on what the main dish is for that weekend. So it can be fried fish,
Oh shit.
oxtails,
Shit.
meatloaf, what whatever. And then they always have your sides. And so it's real dope, bottomless mimosas and live music.
Oh shit.
So it's check out Tony G's.
Tony
Check out
G's.
Tony G's if you're in San Antonio.
Tony G's, because I'm gonna forget.
Like yes,
And you said you haven't been to the Jerk Shack. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. It's
Okay.
on my to do list for sure out here. I have a lot of restaurants to check out, but I just haven't. There has been, of course, a lot of bad ones. So yeah,
Do you look at reviews when you try something new?
I do. And sometimes the reviews be
You
lying.
lying?
They be lying. I swear they be paying people sometimes. So I'm like, this is not the experience or the food that I tasted as to why I came here. Like, stop doing that.
We went to what's it called? Malik's Philly cheesesteak place. It's a food truck, like not far from here. Mm-hmm. Amazing reviews, but they just didn't leave out like the danger. It looked like a very dangerous area. No one said it was dangerous, but maybe it's because of people are going in the daytime. But it actually turned out to be really, 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 really good.
That's
Like
nice.
it was probably the best cheesesteak I've ever had.
Dope. What was it called?
Malik's.
Malik's.
No,
cheese.
Malik's Philly famous cheesecake.
So is it cheesecake or cheesesteak?
Cheesesteak. Yeah, they have a number of options. They have at least, I think I would say maybe 10 different variations of the cheesesteak, and you can get it either with the steak or with chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The fries with fire. Good ass fries. But it was really cool. It's a food truck. I didn't expect it to be that quick. Like we got there, didn't even know if it was open. It was just a truck with no like window really. Walked up to him. The dude was like, "Yeah, I got you. What do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. Let me go figure out what we want." But it was really good. You check it out.
They
It's,
didn't have a window.
like it's not like a typical food truck. You know how food trucks literally have like that one large window. Like there's one there, but it's cut off by a menu. So
Oh, okay.
like
I was
yeah.
like, you was finna risk it all for some Philly cheese.
facts. I was like, "Stay in the car. I'm gonna go figure this out."
Right.
But it was like it was cool. It's really good. I went to the Jerk Shack. They have a new location that's by SeaWorld. The old one was downtown area, I believe. It used to be like an actual shack. I'd been going there since like 2016.
Yeah, I need to check them out.
It's really good.
I think it wasn't too long ago when they opened it up, maybe a couple months ago, and I just haven't been yet. I keep forgetting.
It's really good. Like it's
Forgetting about
it's
it.
really good. And oxtails are really good. Had the chicken yesterday, and what else I had? I had the macaroni before, which I didn't remember I had it before, but it's not the same. But it's really good. And the chef, who is the owner of the business, just followed me on Facebook, so shout out to her.
Hey.
Have you spent any time at the Riverwalk or anything?
Only because I have a lot when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Austin isn't far from San Antonio, so
Yeah.
I've always been with my family. Going, but as far as like living here, that's not really what the locals do.
Oh, they don't do that. That's for tourists.
Yeah, it's for tourists. I was past the tourist point even when I moved out here. But the Riverwalk is still cool. I had went during the fiesta once. My mom and my aunt came down and we got pretty drunk off the daiquiris there and rode the little tour boat. On a couple of times.
I always wanted to do the like the dining on the boat thing. I always thought that would be cool, but I didn't want to dine with like 15 other people.
Yeah.
I wanted to just be people I know.
But yeah, I mean, there's always concerts and little shows and parties on that Riverwalk, but just me personally, I haven't.
There's a good little Italian restaurant on the Riverwalk that I like. I couldn't tell you the name of it. I've just every time I've just walked in, and then got a seat. I don't know what it's called, but
It must not have been that good then.
I mean, I didn't look. I wasn't looking for the menu. Like I went there one time, had some good food, and then ever since I just been going because they don't be having like the name of the restaurant's just there.
It's you ain't looking hard enough. It's there.
I'll be lit every time. I'll be lit every time. So yeah, I'm definitely not looking for the name. I just know exactly where it's at, and I know what the chairs outside look like, and I know that I need to turn right when I see those chairs, and then but it's pretty good.
It ain't too many good restaurants on the Riverwalk, but I do know this one. It's called the Original Mexican Restaurant, and they're actually pretty good. Their drinks are good. It's yeah. I mean, of course, everything on there would be a little bit pricey, but
Yeah.
But if you do want some good Mexican food and some strong drinks, I would
did their.
recommend that.
I don't know what restaurant it's called, but I don't be knowing the names. But they had like 32-ounce margaritas, which I'm sure all the restaurants do, and that's not unique to that one restaurant. But it's pretty good.
Nice.
You can only order one by yourself and then two with someone else. But it was pretty good.
Yeah, and definitely the club scene out here is definitely a whole lot more different. I feel like Austin definitely does have that hands down.
Really?
Probably number 2 from Houston, of course. It's I don't know, like a lot of the girls out here, they really don't, I guess,
Go
put
out.
in too much effort.
Oh no.
And so, so when I go out, I'm like, I really don't, I don't need to put in too much effort. Like, I mean, cause there's always low key, like a competition. Like it may not be out loud, but in a girl's mind, like you got to go kill it, like period. And so it's just like, I really don't have to try too hard.
Oh, so you went in like that.
So that is like, be out here in house shoes. I mean,
At
when
the
I
club?
went, I was just disgusted. Yes.
Oh,
I
Lord.
was like, oh, in Austin, they wouldn't, I mean, maybe in 6th Street, you might find
You gonna
something
find some
like
shit on
that.
6th Street.
But
I'll
I
tell you
ain't
that
been,
much.
that's a whole nother story, probably for a whole nother day. But it's definitely different. Like the music for sure. The DJs out here really aren't too good. I maybe came across one or two at clubs that has just shut down already. Like can't have nice things here. The crime is definitely a whole.
wonder
You
if
think
that's why.
Austin is bad? No.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad out here.
I used to go to a club every time I'd come out here called the Ice Lounge. It doesn't exist anymore, but I wonder if that's why.
Most likely. Yeah, it was this hookah lounge that I came across called Vibrations when I first moved here. And the inside was beautiful. The owners would come around like and introduce themselves and stuff. I actually worked there for a little bit too.
Oh shit.
Just bored, a way out to just meet new people. And then I guess more the word came around, like if you're into like neo soul and stuff like that. And it was did I say it was a hookah lounge?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember. And so they'll have like neo soul nights, and then on Saturdays they'll play like R&B, soft hip hop, if that's a thing. I might be saying it wrong. And then of course at midnight that's when all the ratchet. So it's like a balance. And I guess the word got out and people started coming in there shooting and fighting, and then it just got shut down. So that's I really missed that club.
And I've noticed, like,
nice.
just growing up, like, coming here throughout the years, like, a lot of the clubs are spread out. It's not like club here, club right next. It's like, okay, this club's on this side of town, this club's on this side of town. So you got to do a little bit of traveling, which I think that's a plus for Austin. Like, if you really want to go out, you can eat, go to the club in the same kind of place.
Yeah.
Are there clubs on the Riverwalk?
Yeah, they're. I can't remember what part of the Riverwalk, but there's like a certain area where you can kind of like bar hop, where it's kind of like 6th Street. But you're gonna get the radio pop, so you just gotta be prepared for that. Like it's not gonna be.
Can you imagine if 6th Street was on? Can you imagine if 6th Street was on water?
Man, so many people would drown. Like
they'd be out of there.
It would be terrible. I mean, it kind of where over there by, I think, is it Red River? There's like a little
spot
where there's like a little creek. But yeah, no, 6th Street could not have a river walk. Like
that would be dangerous.
The cops would be busy. Like
imagine horses on the Riverwalk. Like what?
It's people that actually fall into the Riverwalk and drown and die. I don't
There's
know
too
how.
many people walking, but there are those areas where it's like literally no one's over there. It's like literally
Right.
no
And
restaurants. It's
some of
just
them have no
land.
railing in parts of the Riverwalk, so you have to be a smart person to go on the Riverwalk.
Yeah, I try to just stick to where the loud music and all the lights are. I don't need to be in the dark areas.
But people, yeah, but it's nice, and the rent is still kind of doable out here too.
Really? Yeah,
So
it's fucking
that
ridiculous.
is a plus for
Have you been
sure.
to like you were here after the pandemic? So you said 21.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to any Spurs games or wanted to?
I have not. I've been looking for the basketball players. I haven't came across them either. But but no, I have. I've thought of that is on my bucket list too. Probably before I leave, and so if I leave anyway. But I am planning on moving again,
You
and
should go
so
to
don't have any kids or anything yet. So I'm trying to get my experience out
facts.
of just living in different cities. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you should definitely go to a game. I think, like, just me personally, the AT&T Center is one of my favorite basketball stadiums to go to.
I agree.
It's really nice. It's
I'm gonna
scary
do
as
that
fuck,
one day.
like, because the way it's dipped, like, it's so vertical that, like, looking down, and if you're lit, it's gonna be a tough night for you.
Right.
But it's
Are
nice.
they still? What we are we in? They in playoffs now? Like
No,
as
the
far as the NBA period?
no, the season's not started yet. The season's over. It don't start till December. I think December. No, right before December because they have the
I
Christmas
don't know.
game.
I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know why I'm thinking February. That's the Super Bowl. But March for March Madness.
Yeah, I think
But
the
in
season
December.
starts.
So I know in the wintertime I'll be in there. I'm like, you can tell I watch
Whenever.
sports, right?
Yeah, Austin has a pros team now. You know, we have
With the
soccer.
bats?
We have a soccer team, a pro soccer team now.
Oh,
Giant ass
congratulations.
stadium
Oh, that's what
by
they were
Burnett,
building on, huh?
hmm
Okay.
right down in the middle of
Soccer.
fucking Burnett, just for no
Football.
reason. No reason. Big as hell, right across the street from the domain. It's crazy.
Nice. All right, Austin. I don't know. I thought I was just gonna bring up the little hockey team.
I'm in the Austin Ice
What are they?
Bats.
Ice bats. I was like, are they the river bats? No,
No,
the
we used
ice.
to have the Austin Ice Bats. I remember back in the day. I don't think they exist anymore. And if they do, they're probably not a pro team. Maybe
My
semi.
dad took me to one of their games before. That was a cool experience.
Yeah, I think where they
It was
played.
nice. It was pretty nice.
I think at some point they played in not in HEB, in the HEB Center in Cedar Park at some point.
I think that's where we went. It's cold in
Yeah.
there. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Their
The
Spurs,
violence.
their Spurs, their D League team plays in Austin. So you have the Spurs and you have the Austin Spurs that play in that HEB Center in Cedar Park.
Okay. There's an Austin Spurs.
Yeah, it's their D League. It's their minor league team to where they develop their players and shit.
Shows how much I know.
I get free tickets. I don't know why I still get free tickets to go there, but I do. I worked for a
Might as
company
well.
a long time ago, and they still, I guess, think I'm affiliated with the job, so still get free tickets.
Oh, I had one of those.
Yeah.
It was like, actually, it was when I worked for General Motors at one point. I was there for a couple of years, and they actually had like a promo code for Ticketmaster.
Oh shit.
And so any of the tickets, but it was like just discounts, Slitterbond tickets, Six Flags, hotels, car rentals, flights. And I was actually like, my code was activated for at least a good 3-4 years
Were you using
after
it?
I was, you sure was? Why not?
Facts. Yeah.
Shoot, they stole from me, and that's the money they owe me anyway.
You probably still want your money back if they did.
Right. I ain't gonna talk about them. That'll be all night. People that know how it was.
So what do you miss from Austin? Like what's one thing you can say outside the clubs, outside of just knowing
I
people?
don't miss that.
You don't miss it?
No, I don't miss the clubs. I'm a little bit over the clubs.
I'm been over.
I like lounges and like places where you chill, like hookah or whatever. But like clubs, I mean, not really. But what I miss from Austin, I mean, would definitely be my friends that stay out there. Of course, they all want me to move back. My mom's
Do they
out
pull up
there
on you?
all the time. That's the whole reason why I got a 2-bedroom out here. Because I was like, I'm sick of y'all sleeping on my couch. Like, I'm sick of tiptoeing around my own house. You have your own room and you have your own bathroom out here now. So, but I do have a great group of friends. They come out and visit quite often.
That's good.
So I appreciate them for that. And then of course, my brother is buried out there, so I do miss kind of the daily visits or weekly visits. But I always have people that go check him up and polish his stone and stuff for me. Um, and the lake,
The lake.
I miss the lake
I'm
and the
not a
green
water
belt.
person.
I love it. I miss it.
I'm so anti-water.
I miss it. Every time my company is like trying to get some ideas like for us to do, I'm always like, can we rent a yacht? Can we rent a lot on Lady Bird Lake? Like I love it. I love it out
As like
there.
a team builder.
I guess. I mean, that's the excuse that I use for it, but that's really some personal leisure there that I try to use for myself. That's about it.
I just noticed there's British flags out there. Did you say something about that?
Last night.
Hmm.
I definitely did.
Oh, Queen Elizabeth.
Huh.
Oh my goodness. Were you sad when she died?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, like I
didn't
don't
think.
I don't know anything about why people don't like her. I don't know. It's not my business.
Well,
Do you know?
they definitely kind of like how do you say it?
Caught a lot
They-
of
She
What?
was a colonizer. I'm probably saying that so wrong.
Colonizer.
Colonizer.
Yeah.
Yes, they did that. They actually, yeah. I mean, they've done plenty of things. We would just, I didn't know. I'm still doing my research on what happened, but I do know that they really weren't too good of a people, and I do know that she was extremely racist. I mean, just seeing how they acted against Megan. I mean, that alone, I mean, you can just, and justice for Princess Diana. And I'm also learning a lot from TikTok.
Shout out to TikTok.
I mean, you go back and confirm, I mean, what they're saying. I mean, but a lot of people have some pretty good information, like on TikTok. People be clowning TikTok or saying, oh, that's where you get your information. But there's some very informative people on there and very interesting. And you're not going to teach us that in school. So
Speaking of TikTok, did you see the trend with the white folks or the kids putting NyQuil on their chicken?
I have not seen that, but I've seen articles about it.
You didn't hear about that?
I don't. When we said use seasoning, that is not what we meant. Like that.
Yeah, so apparently people made a challenge out of it. Like they're pouring NyQuil on their chickens and baking it. Scientists say that's dangerous because you're changing the properties of the medicine by heating it up. So just being in the area of where you're heating it up can make you extremely sick.
Natural selection at its best.
Like what? Like what in your mind? Like I don't get it. Like why make it I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the things I don't like about TikTok.
There's actually a TikTok that I had came across today when you say why I don't get it, and it's always going to stick with me. Hopefully I get it right. But it was about a or she was an EMS person, and this lady or this man had like killed his kids, the wife, little, that type of stuff. And she was saying or talking to a detective about how she just couldn't understand why someone would do that. And he told her that, once you do understand why you do it, then you become them. And so it's just,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
you don't
Like,
even
you shouldn't know because that's not you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because once you understand, then you become them.
Yeah.
So you don't want to. I really don't care to understand why these people
Do what
are
they do.
putting
NyQuil
on chicken
and then baking it.
when all you need is some salt, pepper, some seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, some herbs, or
Yeah.
like NyQuil.
Yeah.
You in the wrong aisle. Like
Go a couple
I
hours
would never
over.
understand because I
couple
don't want to
hours
be
over.
that person. So yeah, no. Tide Pods, NyQuil,
Yeah.
the crate challenge.
That was fucking stupid. God
Black
damn.
folks can invent a lot of things.
That was
but
so
we didn't have
stupid.
nothing to do with that.
That was so stupid. Like, oh my gosh.
What else would I'm like? It's so many trends that was just.
They shouldn't even be
ridiculous.
trends. Yeah, I don't get that shit. That shit's wild to me.
So many things that should be trending. Oh, speaking of trending, did you hear about what happened in Iran?
No. What
Exactly.
happened? What happened?
Wrong things trending. So I don't remember the young lady's name, but she is definitely on my heart. And she was out minding her business, and she had her coverings. You know, the women there have to wear coverings. I'm not even going to attempt. I'm going to attempt the hijab.
That's close.
Hijab.
I think that's close.
Hijab. That.
Yeah.
So she was out and she wasn't wearing it properly, and the police like beat her to death.
Jesus.
And so, again, it's 2022. A lot of people aren't going for that anymore. And so a lot of people, the whole country is protesting. Women are cutting their hair. They're burning their religious scarves, which of course it is law out there as well for women to do that. And women are just over there taking it back. And in the middle of these protests, the government shuts down their internet so that they can't get it out to the world that this is what's going on. My whole thing is, and this is also with America, if it ain't wrong or if it's something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, why are you trying your best to cover it up? Why are you even doing it in the first place? What gain do you get out of that? I just never understood it. That could be a conversation that can take all day. But I just never understand it. Like, what's the point of hiding it? Like, just admit to your issues.
Oh yeah, countries.
I mean,
countries
even
will
if
never
you don't
that.
do anything, the situation is going to die down. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world works. Either you say something, admit to it, take accountability,
Yeah,
and
that's never
we
gonna
just
happen.
move on. Like, it's not, you had a couple of bad apples. Just say that. And that's just me being a leader. Like, just say it. Like, sorry, we messed up. Pay for the girl funeral. Keep her family straight for the rest of their lives or something.
Yeah.
Why hide it? Cut off their internet. And they also, a lot of people died too protesting. Like, they just started shooting them. And so
there's never gonna be people. Countries rather have the salacious thing, like cover up stuff like that. What's happening with? I don't know if you know what the Boston Celtics head coach caught up in some kind of scandal with the team, and that's like on all the headlines.
That's the black dude, right?
Yeah. What's her name? What's his Nia Long's dude?
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Nia Long was married to the head coach of the Celtics.
They're not married. They're engaged.
Engaged.
They have a kid together.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually came from the Spurs organization before coaching at Boston, but so he allegedly got caught up with messing with somebody in the organization, and that's been headlines for like everything.
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, he got
Once again, I don't watch sports, so that's probably why it hasn't made it to my timeline.
He's getting suspended for a year, and like that's what I mean by like that's headline right now, not what you were talking about. Like they're gonna focus on those kind of stories, which gets clicks and likes and things like that, like things that aren't too bad.
And I feel like that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Because how you gonna be quick to suspend a black coach, but we got football players and all these other athletes that can rape, that can kill, that can do all this other bad stuff, and then to women,
and still play the sport
and still play and get paid. I mean, not saying that not taking up for him and saying anything that he did was right, but my whole thing is just be consistent across the board. I mean, it sucks, and I feel like that should change, but it is what it is right now. Nothing happens to them.
Yeah, the world would never change in that aspect.
Shout out to Nia Long, though, because I'd be like, all right, you're not finna get paid for a year, and I'm finna take everything that you got.
That's what you would do?
Probably.
Probably. Man.
Probably. That's so embarrassing. I hate that.
Yeah. It shouldn't even be out in the
her.
public. Like, if it's something that happens,
I know.
that should just be in the organization and the family. And then people are, like, going crazy on social media about it. And I'm just like, y'all got to chill and wait till the facts. People don't wait for the facts these days.
Oh yeah, I
They
hate
try to
that for
play
her.
FBI agent on the internet.
Just bored. Just want people to agree.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That
Facts.
people just like people to agree with them and don't know what the hell is going on.
At all.
But dang.
But yeah,
Well, who finna be coach now?
I think they have one of, and you know what's even crazier about the announcement?
So they hiring?
They didn't hire anyone. They're just gonna, there's an assistant coach who's gonna coach for this coming
that
year.
makes sense. Okay.
But when they announced him, they announced all the bad shit he did in his past too. There was like domestic something in 2008, wasn't formally charged, settled, and then like drunk driving in 19 whatever.
So who do the people want there then? Because
Why are you telling my
why?
business?
Right? I'm like, what does that have to do with anything in my abilities to coach
Coach,
this
yeah,
team?
that has nothing to do with it. Yeah. That's just what it is. What was I gonna say? That noise is gonna annoy me. You hear that? What was I gonna say? It was about the Riverwalk. Was it about the Riverwalk? No, it was about the mall.
The mall.
You said North Star is the best?
North Star is the best mall that I've been to anyway, because there's plenty of malls in San Antonio.
Is it bigger than the one? It was called the River Center Mall or something like that?
Oh, don't even waste your time. At the
I've never
River
bought
Center
anything
Mall.
in there. Like I've gone
The
in there a
River
million
Center Mall
times.
looks like Highland Mall before it turned into ACC.
Really?
Yes,
I haven't been in years. No, we went,
it's like 4 stores.
and it was kind of like dead. Do you
It's
remember
dead, yeah. It's definitely bigger than the
that? North Star.
River
Center?
Walk. Yeah, River Center. But I like going there. I mean, they have tons of shoe stores. Almost every single store is open. I mean, just every store in there that you would need. And then on top of that, I mean, for the big girls, you know how you go to the mall and you probably got like one store. You probably know there's like 4 or 5 stores in there for us, and so
Really?
and some cute stuff, and that's outside of J.C. Penney's and Dillard's. So if you want to add them, that's like 5 to 7 stores for the big girls, and and then again, we're in San Antonio. I mean, so yeah. But yeah, North Star is dope, and that's why I like it, because I can go in there and always find an outfit.
And I swore it was gonna rain today too. Like it wasn't hot as hell when we got to the studio.
Oh, it doesn't rain out here
At all?
and when it does, it floods really bad.
Does it flood everywhere but Austin?
Austin floods. Remember
Where?
that big flood that one year?
I don't recall.
Downtown was underwater.
You're so right. That's true. That's not funny,
that's
but that's the truth.
But yeah, no, it floods pretty bad out here when it does rain, but it hardly does. Though. San Antonio is really dry, really hot. Austin gets more rain than San Antonio.
Damn. I really, because it looked like it was going to
And
rain.
it's hotter out here too.
It feels hotter.
It is. It's hotter out here.
Back was on fire walking in here earlier.
I mean, well, I told you, like, when I put, I was like, it is hot. You dress like we in Denver or something. We are not in Denver.
It's
sir.
sleeveless.
It's still hot. Oh my goodness. Y'all see this? Are you sure you part of the right generation? Because the generation what they call it, Generation Z, is it Z?
I don't know. What
The
generation?
ones after us.
What is that? X?
Or is it X? Anyways, the generation that wears hoodies when it's 110 outside.
We used to wear hoodies when we was younger.
It wasn't that bad though.
We can't. It was that bad. What are you talking about?
And then on top of that, so I was driving to work one day, and I passed up a high school on my way to work, and I was at a stop. First day of school. I was like, I just know, and she was black too. I just know her mama didn't see what she had on that morning. I know. So she had on like a real short, like even when she was walking, I seen the bottom of her butt cheeks, like a real short, like little skater like skirt, because she was like emo, like you can kind of tell. And then she had on a long sleeve, these fishnets, and then she had on like those little gloves that emos wear with the little thumb out or whatnot. And she had like purple hair, which I mean didn't strike me. What struck me was the skirt and the fishnets.
Yikes! To school?
On the first day, if she would have bent over, that was it.
You trying to make a statement.
I mean, literally, as she's walking, like her skirt is like flapping directly, like just right under her butt. And I'm just like, this girl can't be no more than like in the 10th grade on the first day.
She's making her stance.
These girls is bold. I feel like the boldest that we ever tried to get was like crop tops. Like, you know, and so I mean, what can I think of? I've seen people. I mean, crop tops, maybe some cleavage. I mean, but fishnets, and it ain't Halloween.
That's tough.
I don't. Yeah, I couldn't.
They probably just said in class
maybe
like
I'm
nothing was
just
wrong.
old.
We are getting old. It's a fact.
I'm getting old because I was saying, you going to school to learn. I was fussing at her inside the car. My windows were up. I was like, you go to school to learn. Why are you dressed like this? You do not need fishnets to know algebra.
That's how it be.
And so I'm driving and I'm like, damn. Like,
That's literally what it looks like.
I'm turning into my mother.
But you're in even the middle schoolers?
I was even worse.
Oh, they wearing full blown makeup. They looking like the Kardashians.
They had nose piercings in 7th grade. I'm like, wait, when did you? Why?
You can't get
The
nose
shorts,
piercings?
The girls be wearing shorts. We used to have to.
The finger link tats?
Yeah.
My mom's husband's daughter had a belly button ring in the 8th grade. Her mom actually took her to go get it done.
I was like, yeah, wouldn't you have to go like to get consent?
They wouldn't, unless you know somebody, but a shop isn't going to do it
Without
without
consent.
an adult.
But the schools are getting so bad that like dress code is like the least of our worries. So most of the teachers are like,
That is true.
there's so much going on. I just found another challenge that's going on since we were talking
The
about
baked chicken again?
No, the one chip challenge.
Oh, the one.
The
They're
hot- the
selling them
spicy
right
one?
there at
Yes,
7-Eleven.
they're doing that one too.
Oh, that's been out though.
I know, but those are the two that are going around right now as far as like Central Austin. That's what they're doing right now.
You want to try it?
No, I can't.
You want to try it?
I might. I don't know. I would do
They
a
got
chip.
them at 7-Eleven. They just right there in the front.
Just the one chip thing?
Nope.
Oh, you don't even have to order them online. Oh, shit.
That's what I'm like. They right. I went to 7-Eleven the other day and I had to take a double look and I'm like, oh hell. I even had a thought. I was like, should I get it? just to
try it?
it. And I like spicy foods, and so it's just like
I like spicy that doesn't hurt. Like I like spice,
Yeah,
not
I'm
spicy.
About, like after effects is like chest pain.
I feel like that would mess you up, probably
heart
temporarily,
attacks,
permanently for
like-
some
like,
people.
All for a couple hundred likes that they may or may not get.
Right, it's a guessing game. For you,
People just bored.
Yeah.
get 2 likes off of it.
Yeah.
People are just
Imagine doing
bored.
a fucking NyQuil chicken challenge. You get 4 likes and 2 comments
and end up in the hospital
and end up sick.
or in the morgue.
The sick video is gonna get more views than the actual challenge video. Oh, I'm sick in hospital because I ate the chicken.
I'm just like, why? I got a new challenge for y'all.
Sit your
I
ass
got
down.
season the chicken challenge.
Season the chicken challenge.
Yes, and not with NyQuil. I should have brought my seasonings so that y'all can see, because some
I just
people
want to know
are
how it
visual.
even comes up. Like, who's the first person to be like, "Yo, let's make this challenge"?
We're not them.
At all?
I ain't even gonna try to figure it out because I can't wrap my mind around it.
Chicken and NyQuil, dog. What's gonna happen? Let's see what's gonna happen. It's just science. That's all it is. It's all fucking science.
Why not? Why not? Who picked the chicken? Like, they didn't try beef first, and it's like, oh, this might work.
It's always chicken.
Then you got. I'm sure there's a vegan. There's a vegan out there that was like, I don't do chicken. Let me do some vegetables with the NyQuil.
Some broccoli.
NyQuil challenge.
dip it in
NyQuil
some
challenge
broccoli.
for vegans.
You said it right the first time.
And then they gonna start taking the NyQuil off the shelves. It's always gonna be that one person.
Oh, they're doing that to make sure
No,
the
I
kids.
don't
I was about to say.
No, I was like, I don't
don't you have to be? You have to be a certain age to get NyQuil, right?
No.
That Sharpies.
Yeah, you do. You have to be like 18.
Oh yeah, I think so. And I know Mucinex
That's wild.
for sure.
They started sniffing all those markers. Was crazy. And that was before TikTok.
I sniffed some markers when I was a kid.
The only markers I was sniffing was the scented ones.
Oh yeah, that's what started the addiction. The addiction.
Addiction. You were addicted to markers. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong with them.
Nah, but I think people are so focused on like the result instead of the actual action. Like you have two types of like kids these days. You have the kids who really just want to like go viral, and then you have the kids who are like focus on like their actual sport and what their talent is. So I don't know. I don't know at what point it kind of flipped because we had social media, but it wasn't for like likes. I remember back in the day getting 100 likes on something meant that was like 10 million to us back in the day. Now if you don't get 100 likes on something, you ain't doing nothing.
And people be deleting the picture. I saw it.
I just didn't like it.
I seen it.
When do you think that changed? Like year wise, like because we had Facebook first. No, MySpace. We had MySpace first.
I think I was using MySpace up until 2011.
That transition because Facebook was for old people.
Yeah, because at a point in time it was only for college kids, and so if you were in that college or like didn't have a college email, you couldn't sign up for Facebook.
Word.
What was so after MySpace, I had went to Twitter. It's just my experience, and I was probably on Twitter heavy for 2011 maybe through 2013. I went on Twitter long, and then I got heavy on Facebook. But I feel like as far as likes, like people just always wanting likes. I mean, you could like pictures on MySpace as well.
You could, couldn't you? Huh.
Yeah. So that.
I wonder if it's the reactions,
that?
like
05.
I wonder if it's the reactions, like how you can literally. I wonder why there isn't like I don't like this button, because remember there used to be, right? There used to be a I don't like.
They
button.
need it.
I don't know what platform it was.
Drama,
oh man, I'm not liking mad shit.
Because people they always say this social media. The people that always say, "Oh, I don't care about social media."
Be the main ones.
9 times out of 10, be the main ones. Be in their feelings because of something that happened on social media. You don't care about social media, but you always come to me about what's on social media. That's another story. That felt personal, but like that came from a personal spot. But. But yeah, I mean, it's just the attention, like just the acknowledgement. Some people just really don't get that at home. They never had, it's the word that I'm looking for, and I can't get to it. No, not affection.
Attention, love, hugs.
Maybe that. I mean. I guess just reassurance that you're beautiful. I mean, male or female. And then, people look for that on social media. And I just feel that because I done had friends and then just including myself that, I can see the difference like with how we were raised. Like I don't care if I get 10, 11 likes and, someone else can get 500. I mean, at the end of the day, first of all, I know half of y'all.
I know you in real life.
And no. And secondly, like I mean, I don't care because it was instilled into me since as long as I can even have a memory that, I'm beautiful. I know, telling me my worth and things like that. It was a bunch of positivity in my family. And so a lot of people weren't, grateful or not grateful, but weren't fortunate enough to have something like that. So they look for it elsewhere. It's just being human. It's a human emotion, and it's normal. I mean, to have it, and that's their avenue. If that's that, and that's what they do.
Yeah, people really do be capping.
That's my opinion. But a lot of people just capping. I mean, because they see something that they like, they hey, I want to be like that person, and that's how. I mean, that's people be capping because they like. That's what they like, and that's what they feel like other people are gonna like.
I see shit on social media.
Validation.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. There it is.
Validation.
I found it.
Yeah, people. Yeah, like people are so phony on the internet. Like I know you. Like I know.
Especially
like
the people.
I know you.
Oh my god.
You're not that.
I don't even gonna say nothing because I'm just like, and so just think of the other stuff, like people that you probably did admire. I mean, there's always been a point in time
Never
where
meet your
you're
heroes.
scrolling and you admire something, and then just think about the person you know. There's somebody that know them that's like,
Oh, that's cap.
you know?
Facts.
And so that's what I always think about too. Like, cause I mean, there has been a point in time in my life where, I mean, even with the positivity that I had in my life, I mean, it still feels good to get it from other
Yeah.
people. I mean, and so, where was I going with that? I forgot.
It's okay.
I lost it.
It's
My
okay.
bad, y'all.
She'll
It
come
was
back
finna
like
be good,
validation.
too.
She'll come back. She'll come back.
Like, it was gonna be good too. I mean, but that, I mean, social media is life now. I mean,
Yeah.
point blank. I mean, for as far as businesses, getting your business out, podcasts, I mean, just making it known. Everybody is on social media. Almost everybody that has a phone that has some form of social media. I mean,
It's almost like you have to have it to kind of be in the know. Like if the world ended and you didn't have social media, you would be the last
Right.
person to know.
Right, because the news gonna tell you what they want you to know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's people on the internet that don't give a damn.
That's the truth.
I'd rather have
Are they
both.
running laps upstairs? God damn. Oh.
Shut up.
Excuse me, we're doing a podcast.
No, remember in Hustle and Flow when they was trying to record and they was playing the loud music? That's gonna be me. Hey man.
Whoop that trick.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
What are you watching, like movie wise and TV shows? Are you on something heavy right now?
I have a jailbroken Fire Stick, so whatever's in the movie theater.
Oh.
What have I watched recently? Actually, I watched a couple of stuff, but I can't. It's just coming home from work, finding something to watch, and stuff. Actually, was interesting. I recently just saw Annabelle.
The first
that
one?
was the most recent one.
I think it's Creations.
Yeah, I think they just need to go ahead and wrap that up. I mean, it was alright. Like I feel like we already got the excitement out of it. Like we already know what she's gonna do, and I feel like that was it. Like the plot twist for that movie, but there was a plot twist in it. So if you like plot twists, I mean that's what it is. And
Oh,
so
that whole little universe is never gonna stop. That whole Conjuring universe,
I
like,
love
that's
The
all part of it.
Conjuring.
The fourth one's coming out soon.
The only reason why I love The Conjuring is because I like believe in stuff like that. Like I believe in other sides, and there's so much out here that's just more to our imagination, more that we can see. In my personal experience, I done seen some stuff, felt some stuff, heard some stuff that there's no explanation for. So that's why I'm so passionate about Insidious, and they're coming out with another one, and I'm excited.
I love those movies.
Insidious really does scare the hell out of me because, I mean, of course, it's entertainment, it's exaggerated, but I know stuff like that can and probably does happen.
How many of them are there? I think there's
4.
3, and then like a prequel. I like the actress. The
4, I think, or is this the 4th one?
I think there's 3 because they did 1 and 2, and then the prequel was the old lady's backstory. I think, and then I don't know what this one is going to be about, but I like Insidious. I like the older lady actor who's the whatever her name is.
I forgot her name. I know exactly who
But
you're talking about.
she's fire in there.
I actually caught her in a couple of other movies, and she's good in there too.
She played the same old mystic lady, weird lady.
I like her a lot. Insidious. There's going to be a new Halloween coming out.
They gotta stop. Did you see the most recent one?
I don't think
When like
so.
the whole one, like he killed the whole town and no one called the military. Like, like he literally killed the whole
I
town.
don't think I've seen the newest one, but I just know that's what's coming out.
God, they need to stop. Like, God damn, they
Or
need to stop.
Scream. I think a
Scream
new
needs to
Scream
stop,
is coming
too.
out. Was it what movie? What Prodigy movie was that? Where the Scream was on the phone? Scary movie,
Scary
right?
Movie,
Yeah. What's that? Like they ruined Scream for me. I'm sorry. Like I can't look at Scream the same.
What Scream ruined me, like what ruined it for me is like, bro, how many generations of people want to kill this woman? And why is all her friends died, not
That's
her?
Halloween.
No, Scream. It's the same.
it?
It's still the same
With the
girl.
sister?
No, what's her name? I don't fucking know her name.
I haven't watched the originals. That's why I'm telling you, like, a scary movie messed it up for me. I can't watch Scream anymore without thinking of that.
Whatever, Jill, whatever. But she's the same character. She's been in all 4 movies, and literally like 7 different people have tried to kill her. Like, come on now. At some point, it's you.
I mean, it ain't time for her to go. Like,
At some point, it's you. You can't
It's
have
not
7 people
time.
want to take you out and then not be you.
she that bitch.
Have you seen the what's it called, Jeffrey Dahmer?
I've been seeing that a lot, but I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's wild.
What was that? We are our mother's sins, or sins of our mother,
I think I
or
started
something
that,
like that.
but I
That
started
one was
slow.
pretty good. I like that doc. What else have I watched? I've watched so many things and I'm running a blank. Like, I've been watching a lot of TV lately and I can't remember. Cause I've been coming across some good stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't give any recommendations out right now because I can't remember.
I did the Jeffrey Dahmer story thing. It's a lot of details that I didn't know. I didn't just finish it, actually. I need like 14 more minutes left, but it's pretty heavy. The first 2 episodes, I'm like, this is some bullshit. And then by the time the day is over, I was like, this shit got me in a chokehold. I got to finish all these episodes before the day is over. But it's pretty good in the sense of just
Stranger Things had me.
I've never watched Stranger Things.
Damn.
How many seasons are there? Like
That
4 now?
sucks.
It sucks. I don't
Stranger
like
Things.
I don't like TV shows where it's like focused on a group of teenagers. Like, I grew up watching Power Rangers. Like, I'm cool with that. But yeah.
I mean, because I get what you're saying with that, and I feel like it's not really like that. Speaking of teens, so actually it is this one series that I came across, and I can't wait for a second episode. It's called, or season. It's called Paper Girls. It's on Amazon Prime. And it's basically about these group of girls, and they're, I wouldn't even say teenagers. They're like still kind of like middle school, 5th grade, 6th grade. And they are, they hand out newspapers and stuff at, to make money or whatever. And it's a point of time in this series where they come across this house because somebody stole a backpack. They went to go get it back. They're like, we finna go kick their ass. And I'm like, hell yeah, go get your shit, because girl power. And and they get there, and the guys that took their stuff is like doing some weird like seance stuff. They don't realize what's going on. They just see them and they're like, war. And they go in there, they tussle, and they come out, and they're in the future. And so they come across like their future grown-up selves.
Disappointed as hell. Like, man, I thought I would be.
Yeah. And so that's what it's about. Like, it just goes through each of the girls' like futures, and then of course, time travel. It's like time traveling.
I like time traveling
And
TV
so
shows.
So it's called Paper Girls.
This Calvin
That
would not
was
even
good.
fuck with previous Calvin. To be honest, like, get the fuck away from me.
Would I talk to my younger? Actually, yeah, I would talk to my younger self, because it ain't what you think that it's gonna be, and it was a lot of that too. Like with their older, because they would be disappointed. Like, what this what happened, and they're like, let me sit you down and let you know, because baby, it is not what we thought.
It's not sweet out here.
It is not what we thought, and just definitely give myself better ideas and things like that. And so I guess when I have children, I'm gonna do that, because
That's what you would hope, right? You would
It's
never want
just-
your kids to experience what you experience, the awkwardness, all that
Right.
stuff, and that's why you make it to that point where you can kind of give them the game.
exactly, and where to go, not to what to waste their time on, because there's a lot of stuff that my parents didn't know and probably still don't know. As far as, I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, we not making six figures. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat stuff. I mean, we check to check, and I wouldn't want my child to go through that. And it's some stuff that I'm working on that I know that I can teach my children to start early, so that when they're in their 30s, they're damn near finna retire. And so that's what I mean by like, there's still some stuff that they still can't teach me. I have to learn on my own.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah.
You did it. You said you were nervous. Like, you did it.
And just like you said, when people start talking, you just get to talking. And we had a tequila shot. Was I supposed to say that?
Yeah, why not?
You know,
a little courage juice. You know,
right? A little encouragement, a little go juice,
some validation.
Little what was the juice in Space Jam?
Oh, the special
water,
the secret stuff or whatever.
Secret stuff.
Yeah, tequila will do it for you. Yeah, we're at our hour. Is it an hour? Yeah, we're at the hour. We already been here for an hour, like longer than that, honestly.
Oh snap!
We just got a few pictures to take, and yeah, we're basically done. Did you have anything you wanted to promote or anything like that? If not, no worries. But
no, I do not want to. Let me see. I'm like, I feel like I need to get on social media a little bit more. I don't remember my Instagram hashtag, or not hashtag, my name. But I am looking for people to partner with that's like in the real estate, maybe any people that's doing like, you know, any property flipping and stuff like that. And so I do want to get more connections into that. I'll send everything to Cal here to just add in the bio description.
You're gonna see a lot of tags here in the next few days. I'm tagging you a lot, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, or you know, if anyone that watches this that's in property management, you know, I am looking. I'm your girl right now. My property is 100% occupied, so I'm worth it for sure. And so I wish my company would see that. And so I feel like I'm, you know, you get appreciated with more money, and they're not trying to give that to me. So, but no, for real, thank you so much for having me. This is my first experience. It was pretty dope. I always listen to podcasts, and to actually be on one, it was nice. It was cool. I probably was all over the place, but
that's
it was
the whole
my
point.
First time, you know.
That's the whole point.
Hope y'all followed through the whole hour. Like,
that's the whole point.
It. No, nothing to promote. Stay black.
Stay black. Yeah, fuck with that.
You know, and then LLVG for my little brother. I miss you. And yeah, that's it.
Dope. So this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 63 from San Antonio, Texas. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.